Hello everybody and welcome to SwollenEye Games and the 200 sub Q&A. Now on the few Facebook channels there, I posted for you guys to ask me some questions and I will answer them. So, I got your questions here. There's more on the other side. And pretty much I'll be answering the questions. I haven't come up with any pre-answers for these, but I have them all written down and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So the first one comes from Killer McKnight. If you were able to talk to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel, what advice would you give? Well, that's a tough one. First, it's pretty much find something that you really like doing. If you like gaming, do gaming. If you like wandering around the forest and looking at crazy stuff, do that. Find your interest, find your niche, and work with that, because people can tell right away if you're not interested in what you're doing. And faking stuff is a lot harder than actually, having fun. So that's all I gotta really say for that. And maybe, make sure you have good content, make sure you edit properly, and always ask for advice. If you need help, there's a lot of communities out there that will help you. The next one comes from Psycho Pikachu Streamer. They asked, how often do you think one should post new content on their channel to keep subscribers interested? Okay, so this one is kind of really on your own preference. I post every day. But that's because I do multiple recordings in one night and I'm able to keep up with that pace. Now, if you're out, like I said, if you're out doing vlogs or if you're out wandering around and interviewing people and all sorts of different stuff, you're not going to be able to do that because that takes a lot more editing. That takes a lot more time out of your day. So you'd be, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever. As long as you can keep a set schedule, it's all good. I mean, even if you're only uploading once a week, that's okay too. You don't want to crash and burn too quick. Definitely don't want that, because then your channel just suffers. So always keep a steady schedule. Post it on your channel. Like, if you post every Tuesday, make sure you tell everybody you post every Tuesday. If you post 3 times a week, make sure you tell people what those weeks are, what days of the week that is, and if you have specific days for streaming, make sure you tell them that too. That's about as far as I can get with that one. I mean, it's really all preference and what your channel is based off of. I mean, if you're putting up funny cat videos, it's going to be a lot harder. I mean, how many cats do you have? Anyway, the next one comes from Ghidra Gaming. He asks, what was the first game you played, and what's my favorite game? The first game I played was the original Mario, and I've beaten that game so many times. So I still play it to this day. My kid has a system for it, and I still play it to this day, just for his entertainment. I show him all the little neat tricks and stuff like that. I honestly don't think anything can beat the Mario franchise. It's an amazing franchise. And the whole aspect of the game just continuously got better. It didn't just stop, and at the 8-bit it went to 3D, and it went farther and farther. So that whole series of games is just amazing, with the odd few that aren't. So what's my favorite game? My favorite game. That's a tough one. I played a lot of games. I would have to say, I don't even know. Geez, that's a good one. My favorite game would have to be right now. I'm a really big fan of the Pacify game, but I can't say that's my favorite overall. Maybe my favorite horror game right now. As new games come out, it always changes, and but the one game that, like I said, that I'd always go back to is Mario. So I think that would be the Super Mario for the Super Nintendo, because that one was fun. You got Yoshi, you got to be able to fly. It was a really fun game. Now, I can't say I've ever fully wrapped that game, but I'm also I play newer games all the time, and the last time I played that game, I was really young. But I would, given the option, I would jump on that game in an instant without a hesitation. Anybody comes up to me, you want to play Super Mario? I'd be like, do it. It's just a timeless game. So the next one comes from Wicked Sisters Gaming. They asked, what was the scariest game you ever played, and would you play it again? Scariest game I ever played, to my memory right now, is the Outlast and Outlast 2. Those games creeped the absolute heck out of me with just general horror stuff, along with the really overly creepy characters they introduced into the game. I would play it over and over again if I could. Well, I can, but at the same time, I like to take breaks between it because otherwise it's just walking through the game. I already know what's going on. If I forget stuff, that's even better. But yeah, those games freaked me the heck out, and the weirdness within those games really threw me off. I did not expect half the crap that they threw at me in those games. Other than that, for like jump scare games, I really enjoyed recently Emily Wants to Play too. I really enjoyed that. That was a really good jump scare game. But once again, it goes back to the basics of jump scare. Like, that's all it was. There was no building of atmosphere or anything like that. It was just pure, you don't do this, this person's gonna come scare you. So it's pretty basic. But I'm also a fan of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, even though I hated the ending. That game was hilarious, and I got scared by a cupcake, a piece of toast, and a pumpkin. Like, I can't even explain it. Really good game, really crappy ending. But what did you expect from that game? The next question comes from Selena Mania. What do you like about doing YouTube so far, and what don't you like? What I like so far is the people I've been meeting through it. I know a large part of you are from the Facebook group, the YouTube gamers community, and a lot of you I talk to quite frequently through comments or even through my videos, and I really like, and my live streams. It's been a lot of fun getting to know everybody. So that's gotta be my favorite part. My least favorite part would have to be the editing, and when you forget to hit record, and you finally got that spot done on a game, and now you have to go back and re-record, and it's not as good as the first time because you know everything that's coming, especially since I'm a horror gamer. Now that I know everything that's coming, it's not as scary, and I'm not really one to put on act for it. I don't like acting scared if I'm not scared, but at the same time, it really takes away from it. So that would be my least favorite part, is the glitches that you can get with the programs you use, or the editing software not quite compiling everything properly, and then you get huge cuts on your videos, and you have to go back and redo it. So that's my least favorite part for sure. But yeah, definitely my favorite is definitely meeting all you guys. So that's good. The next question comes, and I'm sorry if I get this wrong. It's NIGXI. He's asking any new series I'm going to start playing. I'm not sure about series. You did request at me at one time to start playing the Dead Space series, and I already have the first one on my computer, so I'm thinking of actually trying that out. But I have a Devotion downloaded, and I'm looking forward to playing that, since it was a game that was taken off of the Chinese Steam store for being insulting to somebody. So somebody very important. So those would be the games that I'm doing. I'm also doing some recordings of Penumbra, Black Plague, and obviously I did the Emily series. And I'm thinking about doing Soma pretty soon, but I just have to get the download for it and everything like that. So those are the games I'm looking at right now. I can't say there's ever going to be any real big series, and I'm really hoping a game isn't going to take me as long as the Alien Isolation one did, because that's like 40 plus videos. You guys haven't even seen, well, you just seen over half of them now, so yeah, it's quite long, and doing it within 20-minute, 15-minute videos is really making the uploads along. So I really don't want to keep doing that. I want to have you guys have games that within a 4 videos, I can have it done and completed, and you guys can enjoy the whole thing. He also asked which YouTuber inspired you to start, and which famous person would you want to meet. The YouTuber that inspired me to start, and I can give my wife credit for introducing me to that channel, would be Markiplier, because he was initially a horror gamer, and the guy's freaking hilarious in my opinion, and he does a lot of really good stuff for charities and stuff like that, which I really like. So he would be my inspiration, and then on top of it, you know, my wife is the one that's bought me all the gear and everything like that, so she's a major part of that too. What famous person would I want to meet? Jim Carrey. I'm Canadian. I want to meet Jim Carrey. Simple as that. The guy's freaking hilarious. He hits a funny bone in me that nobody else can. That's just hands down who I want to meet. The guy is freaking hilarious. If you haven't seen Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and When Nature Calls, which I doubt any of you haven't, go see it, or don't go see it. Go rent it, download it, do something. It's freaking hilarious. I know a lot of people don't actually like him, but I think he's great. So Mumble's video asks, what new games are you looking forward to this year, and will it be on your channel? I am not sure if it's coming out this year. It's said to be. I have 2 games I'm looking forward to. One's Chernobylite, which is a game based in after the Chernobyl incident, and you get to explore around, and it's a really immersive horror game. I've been talking to the people that are producing it, and I'm been keeping in constant contact with them for the release date, and hopefully I want to try and get on their pre-release team to it's almost like spread the word of the game, right? It's going to be a really cool game. If you haven't seen any of the previews for it, go to Steam. It has a whole bunch of them on it. It looks really, really cool. And the other one, of course, is Visage. I'm so stoked for that freaking game. I can't believe I'm really choked they haven't released any updates for it, but the game is huge and it's really well done, and I'm willing to wait for it. It's actually the first video that I recorded on my channel was the first chapter that they had released of it, and that game is by far one of my favorite horror games out there. But I can't claim it to be my favorite because it's not a complete game. It's an early access, but it's supposed to be done this year sometime, I believe, or at least the second half of it is supposed to be done. So both those games will be on my channel, both of them, for 100%. Now, I didn't get this person's channel name, so forgive me for that, but I will add you into the information once I get your channel name. Doughboy asked, what would you say helped you the most get to 200 subs? Advertising, and communicating within the groups, and constantly searching out new information on how to improve. If you look back at my original videos, my audio wasn't that good. I didn't have a webcam, and I was pretty much playing just blindly. Like, I was playing games that I'd played before, and so after doing research, and I already knew I needed a webcam, But after doing research and all that stuff, I figured I was like, okay, this is how I'm going to improve. As you see, I have a green screen behind me right now that's showing my banner that God Gamer did for me, and so this is how I'm trying to slowly improve. Is I'm trying to get the stuff that bigger YouTube channels use. I know a lot of them don't, but to where I've been, it's been constantly advertising my videos. I find new platforms to put them on all the time, like Viral Chop and all these different websites to put my video there so people can view it that go onto that site. Twitter's been a huge one in that, like absolutely huge. If you don't use it, I really suggest it. I don't use Instagram at all, really, because I'm not really one for pictures. But yeah, just really just advertising yourself and talking to people within the community and finding people that do the same types of games that you do really will help you, because you can view their channels and see what they're doing. You don't want to copy them entirely, but you can get hints on what you're doing wrong, even if it's just as simple as your tags. That could be what you're doing wrong to not be noticed, or it could be as simple as your thumbnail, because my thumbnails in the beginning sucked. It was just literally pictures of the game. Now I'm adding words and trying to add pictures of myself into it. So all these little things eventually add up. Every time that I did something to improve the channel, I noticed my subscriber count went way up. No, it's not to say, like, just because your subscribers going up, yeah, your watch time goes up, but I'm trying to pull in people to watch the whole video instead of, like, the 10 minutes that they're watching or the 5 minutes that they're watching. I want to entertain for that entire video. So that is now my goal, because as much as I have 200 subscribers, with the way it's going, I might get 1,000 subscribers, but I might not have that watch time, and that's what I really want to do, because that's where the algorithm will pick me up. I know I went really off topic with that one, but yeah, just keep advertising yourself, keep talking to people, keep pushing yourself further, and keep doing research to better your channel. And that's pretty much what I can say I did to increase my subscribers, because I'm always like, I don't know, at least 5 hours out of the day I spend advertising my videos, or talking to other people about their videos, or checking out other horror game channels to see what I'm doing, and I'll try and talk to them through their comments, or if they leave their Twitter, I'll try and join their Twitter and ask them questions. And that's the best way you can really go about it. There's really no huge trick to it, I don't think. I can't even say there's a trick, because I'm only at 200. There's people with huge amounts, even on the Facebook page. There's people with huge amounts of subscribers that still advertise through these groups, because that is one of the best ways to do it. So yeah, that's that one. So Pathfinder Game. Hang on, sorry, I got his name wrong. Pathfinder Plays. I did get it right. Okay, so Pathfinder Plays asked, if you could wipe your memory and play a game over again, what would it be? Game over again, what would it be? That's a really good question. I always replay the games that I play. Even the ones that I've already played on my channel, I've gone back into to see if I've missed Easter eggs or something like that. If I could wipe my memory, do another game. I'm even looking at my computer screen here just to see if there's any on here that I want to play again. You know what, actually, I'd like to try, if I could, I'd redo Agony Unrated. It's a game that I've wanted to put on my channel. I actually have one video of it, but due to the YouTube standards, it's really not allowed to be on your channel. There's too much nudity and stuff like that. It's a really cool game that you're in hell and you're trying to find your way out, and it's just in general a good concept of a game, kind of iffy for putting it together. But in general, the game was a fantastic game. It's just if I could, I'd put it on my channel. But there is literally scenes of souls getting like ripped apart and sexual acts, and there is constant nudity within it. So it's really not a game to be thrown at YouTube. I've seen a few people that have put it up. I've also seen a few of those channels be taken down shortly after, and a few of them have actually done it and blurred out all the nudity and all the graphic scenes, and it really just takes away from the entire game because a large part of it, all you're seeing is little blurs everywhere. So it's just not worth it. But if I could replay it and just play it for myself, it would definitely be one of my top choices for sure. The homie RJ asks, do you like anime? And am I one of your favorite YouTubers? Alright, so yes, I absolutely love anime. I will not lie about that. Like, some of my favorite shows to watch are anime, include, I've constantly said this on people's videos that have Dragon Ball Z or anything like that. Pokemon, they were my favorite when I was a kid, and of course my tastes have grown in the years, and I've gotten into more intense animes, but yes, I absolutely love them. And yes, RJ, your channel is one of my favorite to watch. I do love your music, and your fighting games are freaking hilarious to watch with your commentary. Keep up the good work, man. Once again, this is another person. I need to get their actual channel name from them. But Kitty Marshall asked me, "Who is your ideal audience?" Now, this one is I don't really know. Like, I prefer young kids didn't watch my channel for the fact that I do swear a lot, and I know that I really do. And so I don't like kids watching it, but anyone from like, I don't know, 12 and up, because 12 years old, I've heard kids swear more than I do. 12 years old and up, go nuts. If you like horror games, watch the channel. If you like seeing somebody get really scared, watch the channel. Like, I really don't have an ideal audience, because I just want people that enjoy it. That's all I'm looking for. I don't want people that don't enjoy it to be on the channel, because what's the point? You're not really enjoying the content. You're just there to sort of help me out, which I appreciate, don't get me wrong, but I prefer people that want to see the videos instead of people that are just there to kind of play them in the background. But at this stage, I really can't be picky with that, because we all got to grow. If people are there to help me grow, I'm not saying sub for sub, don't do that. I'm saying, like, if the people are there to legitimately help you grow and they are interested in helping you, then that's cool. But in the long run, I want the majority of my audience to be like, I drop a video and there's like 300-400 people watching it from start to finish because they're actually interested in it. So anybody that likes horror games, I guess, anybody that likes seeing somebody get really scared would be my ideal audience. Now, the lonely gamer dad McLeod, sorry if I got that wrong. It will be spelt right, I swear. He asks, what's your editing process? Like, before posting a video up, what type of software do you use, and how long do your videos generally take to edit? So, I'm a person that strongly believes in raw footage. Now, that's to say, if I die 30 times in one area of the game, I'm not going to post all those deaths. I am going to edit out those deaths, or at least some of them, because you don't need to see somebody play the same spot 100 times. But in general, I do believe in raw footage. So most of the time when you see my videos, there is very, very little editing in it. And I mean, like, lately I've been adding the teasers in the front, so I'll go through and I'll find that good spot of that video or one of the better spots, and I will put it at the front of the video to catch your attention. I'll add in my intro, and then I'll go through, I'll find where I did my sign off, and I will add in my outro. And really, that's what I do for editing. And like I say, if there's a whole bunch of deaths in one area, then I will edit that out. But like with my Alien Isolation game, there's a lot of walking, but I do a lot of talking in that walking time, and I don't like being like, okay, I walked from this corridor and now I've jumped like 2, 3 rooms ahead, because I believe that takes away from the game. I want you to feel like you're there playing it with me, not me jumping around all over the place. And that's why I do read a large portion of the writing that comes up. If there's manuscripts or notes or something, I try and read them, unless, you know, they're ridiculously long and have no actual valid information in them. Then I try not to read them, I'll put them on screen. The editing software I use OpenShot Video Editor, which is a free video editor that I found. It lets me view the video as I edit it, so I can take out pieces, see how it runs together. I can add in pieces and see how that runs and stuff like that. It's a really basic one because I'm not that great at editing, but it's definitely worth checking out. Like, even if you use other video editing software, it's definitely one to check out because it's very easy to use. And if you want to see how it will play out before you render it out, you can actually check that out, and it will show you the exact render before it actually does the process of rendering. So generally it will take me between so the shortest I've taken is about 5 minutes to edit a video. The longest I've taken is about an hour, but that's because it was a 2-hour long video of me getting continuously slaughtered in these areas, so I had to take a bunch out. Other than that, like 15 to an hour, and an hour is really, really pushing it for me. So generally, I'd say my average time is about 30 minutes, I'd say, for editing, adding in, and making sure the clip actually works together, and making sure I'm not putting my intro over top of my my introduction to the actual video, or my outro needs to go in the right spot and stuff like that. Other than that, it's very short and very sweet. I did get an extra question. I did say I was gonna stop at the Lonely Gamer Dads there, but Random Last Stand actually asked, he asked me a question, then I got another one too. What's your favorite part about being a YouTuber? My favorite part about being a YouTuber is actually getting out there and putting games that I like out onto the internet. And it's not, I'm not trying to become famous off of it. Like, trust me, my only goal in this, as much as money would be awesome, my main goal is I would just love to have a silver play button. I honestly, after that, it's all gravy after that. It's all good, right? And yeah, so that's my main goal. And my favorite part about being a YouTuber is the fact that I get to share what I love with the people that actually appreciate it. And instead of sitting by myself and thinking all the things that I say in my head, instead I'm now talking to people who might actually take entertainment in it. So that's my favorite part. It has nothing to do with the uploading. That takes forever, and it sucks. No, Green Plantain, he actually had a funny question for me, and I'm pretty sure it's in relevance to the games that I've been playing. What's your weapon of choice when the aliens attack? And I'll tell you right now, it's a flamethrower. Hands down, if you've watched the videos, you'll understand that reference, and damn straight it's a flamethrower. It's the only thing that's freaking effective against them. And if you're talking aliens in general, if they came out of the sky, well, I'm gonna hope that they don't have something more powerful than that, and I'm going to make one. And that is how I will deal with that. possible catastrophe is I will just cook them. It's simple, it's fast, it's effective, and you know, a lot of things burn, a lot of gases burn. Anyway, guys, so that wraps up my 200 subs Q&A. I really appreciate everybody that has subbed to my channel, and I appreciate all the time that you put into watching. It's actually been like 286 hours of watch time you guys have given me. So I really appreciate that. And I really hope to grow with you guys further, and of course I will constantly be supporting all of your channels the best I can. I'm only one guy, I can't watch 500 channels in a day, but I watch as many as I can, and I will give you as best of feedback that I can. Anyway, guys, thanks again so much, and I hope to keep on seeing you guys in my live streams and on my comments in my videos. And I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you in the next upload.